Hey, welcome back. So in this video, we will discuss about the variables in JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript variables are containers for data. Okay, so you can think of the variables just like the labeled boxes or the labeled jars, where the label indicates the name of that variable and the thing inside of the jar or the box is the value. Okay, and inside of JavaScript, we can create variables in 4 different ways. Okay, so we can use the let keyword, then we can use the const keyword, then we can use the var keyword, and then we can just self assign a variable as well, something like name equals to something like this. Okay, so we should not be doing that. So in this course, we will be using the let and the const. We will not be using the var and the self assignment of the variables. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because using var and self assignment of the variables are not recommended in JavaScript. Okay, so now let's create some variables. Until now, what we have been doing something like this: console log of 10. Okay, so we are getting 10. So now let's do something like this. So let age equals to, let's do 10. Okay, now nothing happens. Now if we want to see that in console, so console log of age. All right, as you can see, we are getting 10 here. Okay, also what we can do something like this: plus 2. So we are getting 12 here. But whenever we are doing some sort of a like an operation, right, then our variable is not changed. So what do I mean by that? So here inside of this line, I have been doing like age plus 2. Now if I do console log of age, if I say that, the age is still 10. Okay, all right. So now to update the age, what we can do, basically we can do something like this. So age equals to age plus 2 or plus 5 maybe. Then we are getting 15 here. Okay, so this is the basic syntax for declaring a variable in JavaScript. So first of all, we have to have the let keyword, and then we have to have the name of the variable. It can be anything except for the reserved keywords in JavaScript. Okay, so here let then age equals to, we are assigning that to the value of 10. Okay, all right, let's add another variable. So let name equals to John. All right, it's it. So we are getting name here as well. So here what we can do console log of name. So we are getting John here. Okay, so in that way, the variables are the containers for the data. Okay, so this is the variable name and this is the value of the variable. Now the question is, where does the JavaScript basically stores the variables? So JavaScript or any programming language, in as a matter of fact, stores the variable inside of the computer's memory, aka the RAM. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So the variables are stored in the RAM. Okay, all right. So basically variables are labels for the data values, and variables are containers for storing data. Okay, all right. So now there are some of the rules which you should follow while declaring a variable or the variable name. Okay, names can contain letters, numbers, and underscores and the dollar signs. Okay, so if I just do something like this, dollar sign name, and here also dollar sign name. Okay, as you can see, it also works. I can do something like this, age 2. Okay, so age 2, age. Okay, I will just get rid of this one. So it was for the assignment. So as you can see, this is totally valid. So variable names must begin with a letter, a dollar sign, or an underscore. Okay, So variable names can be something like this, but if I just do something like let 5 eggs equals to 5 or something like that, it is not a valid variable name because it is starting with a number. It is not allowed. Okay. Now variables are case sensitive. So what do I mean by that? So if I just do something like this, so I will just get rid of this one and I will just do something like this, age. So as you can see, it is all small case here. So if I just do something like let age equals to something like 20. So this age variable and this age variable are two different variables. I can show it to you as well. So console log of capital AGE age. So as you can see, it is 10 and then 20. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So now variables cannot be some reserved keyword. Something like function is a reserved keyword inside of JavaScript. Okay. So I cannot do something like this. So let function equals to 5. I cannot do something like this. Okay. If I do that, I am getting an error. Okay. Unexpected token function. Or if I just do something like let, okay. As you can see, it is saying let is disallowed as a lexically bound name. Okay. So we cannot do something like that. And as you can see, VS Code is quite helpful in that regard. Whenever we are not following the best practices of defining a variable name, VS Code is showing us with this red line like, hey, it is not valid. All right. So I can do something like, let's do eggs. All right. Now, one of the other things which I want to point out here is that we cannot redeclare the variables when we are using the let keyword. So what exactly do I mean? So here we are having x, right? Now, if I just do something like this, let x equals to 10. Once again, VS Code is suggesting us like, hey, cannot redeclare blocked scoped variable x. So you might be thinking, what exactly is a blocked scoped variable? We will be discussing about those when we will be discussing about the scopes in JavaScript. So all right, so this is basically the basics of the variables, okay? And also, once again, if we want to change the variables, right? So if I just do something like this, x plus 2, it will not do anything. Okay, I am not printing the eggs here. So let's do console log of eggs. It is not doing anything, right? It is still 5. To update the variable, what you have to do something like this. Eggs equals to, okay, and then x plus 2. Then it will update. As you can see, now it is 7. So this is basically the basics of the variables. Also, one of the things which I want to point out here, this variable name capital AGEH, it is not that much good. Okay. So while using the JavaScript variables, we usually follow the camel case naming convention. So what do I mean by that? So here I will just comment out this one, or I will just get rid of this one and this one here as well. Okay. So here, if we are having a little bit big variable name, so let's do let username, or let's do user age equals to something like 20, something like that. As you can see here, you might not have this squiggly line, like the blue squiggly line. It is coming from a code spell checker extension. Okay. So with that being said, so as you can see, whenever we are having something like this variable name where we are attaching multiple words, what we do, we start with the small letter, but whenever we encounter a new word inside of the variable, we just do something like this. We just capitalize the first word of the variable here. Okay. So this is the camel case rule which I have been talking about. Also, there are some other rules as well, something like snake case, which Python uses. In case if you have gone through my Python course, you know all about that. All right. So yeah, this is basically the variables in JavaScript. Okay. So what I'll do in the next video, basically, we will discuss about some of the other things, something like the const in JavaScript, and also we will discuss creating variables with the var keyword as well. Okay. So in this video, we have learned about the variables in JavaScript.